We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Washington Commanders. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from FedEx Field. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A man coming off a washout 2021. It's Travis Etienne. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Lawrence. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. So this, the 90th season of Washington football. Of course, here, the first season and first ever regular season game for the Washington Commanders. That name unveiled in a grand reveal back on February 2nd. The franchise opting to keep the burgundy and gold color scheme, adding the striking W logo on each side of the helmet and the single gold stripe running from front to back. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence, and that will be incomplete. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, first down.
Yeah, I guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
Patterson's kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Pass midfield. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big-time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
They run with the Alabama rookie. That's Brian Robinson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's Gregory Jr. who got to him from his spot in the secondary. Great play defensively. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Jags will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now ETN to start the drive. And they regroup defensively after the broken tackle, getting to him just beyond the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence eluding the pressure right. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
A late season breakout at the end of 2021 with the Raiders earned Zay Jones a big deal as part of Jacksonville's spending spree this offseason. And he'll need to keep up that kind of play in order to stand out in a crowded Jags receiving room. First downs like that, an excellent way to continue to earn more opportunities.
And tough sledding. They'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Brissett. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 46 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
And a short gain here down to the 22. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Play action. It's Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think I nailed that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They go play action with Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this ball is going to be touched out just shy of midfield. Set to throw on first. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson to the 27-yard line. Andre Sisco there on the stop. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey,
Brissett. This is caught. Touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 27 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work in preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Back to the ground with ETN. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
Jonathan Allen had a very nice season for Washington in 2021 with 9 sacks and his first career Pro Bowl nod. He continues to be a valuable centerpiece for that defensive line.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence, and completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that way his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Patterson's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Second down and a run by Robinson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
You better strap up tight if you're standing Brian Robinson's way. He will try to go through and carry guys along to pick up extra yardage, and he really relishes finishing runs with authority.
This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Brissett sets to throw it. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll run again here with Robinson. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Thomas brings it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 16. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brissett got his man complete over the middle. It's Thomas. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. It's a quarterback sneak, and I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. They'll go with the keeper, and he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Well, you just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defensive front, create just enough space. And I love when those quarterbacks get low and slide in there and get it done.
They'll run with Gibson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
2nd down and goal. Brissett. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Commanders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Slide for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock to about the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taken from about the 12. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Robinson, he'll try the left side. Down to about the 45.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Robinson with another carry. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now Brissett. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. And it's complete right back to Ridley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Straight ahead, ETN. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Another tote for ETN. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the 41, Brissett. And he's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Brissett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Here's Brissett. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Washington. John Bates, 23 yards for the touchdown. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people...
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
It's a gain of 35. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 45 on 2nd down, Brissett. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Pitch and catch there good for 13. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. He's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Hey, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Again, it's Robinson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down. From the gun, here's Brissett. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Robinson up the middle. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try and sneak it here. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. It's a quarterback sneak, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. The CD always...
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like big pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot go without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one with the police grind. If you ain't sign on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow.
Father who art in heaven, I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions, I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Hard to not the devil when built like Tiana Teller. And balling at 27, I feel like Iman Shumpert. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive, the streets start to be the reverend. Bragging about first class, seated on 9/11. They spirits are not united, a legion, my soul forever. I murdered my adolescence, assault with a friendly weapon. I verbally dissect them to help them get back together. Wanting the stranger things, I handle it like 11. My point is I guard the kids. I should play for the Celtics. Watch how I Euro step them and curry them like I'm Stephen. Whenever I'm in your town, the Warriors in your presence. I manifest my endeavors. I'm blessed and I'm getting better. I walk amongst living legends. Coach Contra will live forever.
New goals, baby boo. Got my wrist in these grits, tryna whip something new. I am sick of this rampant. So are you. Hold on, switch. Mama, I'm gonna introduce my ego. Since the world full of villains, then let's introduce the heroes. We the good guys, no blood on our hands. Hands Tito, she a